Today we're going to be looking at the absolute worst Magic the Gathering sorceries in the game. And we're going to start off today with Christopher B's Academic Probation. This is not too old of a card. It's 2 mana for a lesson sorcery. Now you get to choose one. Choose a non-land card name. And opponents can't cast spells with the chosen name until your next turn. It is like the weakest version I could think of a meddling mage. It's basically a temporary meddling mage. Or you can also choose target non-land permanent. Until your next turn, it can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. It's like worse than a bounce spell. Imagine playing a spell and bouncing it back to somebody's hand, or even remanding the spell back to their hand. This thing, I mean, the problem with choosing a non-land card name, they may not even have the card in their hand. You might name a card that they just never had, and you just burn 2 mana on nothing. So you better make sure that they actually do have it in their hand, or I guess in the command zone, I should say. John says, welcome back, everybody. It's been a long time, but do you know what? It's like we never left at all. It's good to be back. Next up, we got Desu with Heroes Remembered. You know, it's very funny that sorceries are already a pretty bad card type. Sorceries, for the most part, I mean, it's not a very fast card. It's not a very fast spell, so the payoff better be good when it resolves. We have, for 9 mana sorcery, you gain 20 life. Some people like that life gain. Some people even try to win off of life gain. It does have a second option, though. If you don't want to spend 9 mana, you can spend 10 turns waiting until you get that life. Actually, chances are you'll die before it happens. So spend for 10 for a single white. Good luck living that long. I don't even think it's going to be threatening to most people. The Heroes Remembered? No, actually, Heroes Not Remembered whatsoever. Totally forgot about this card. Okay, Chak Arrow with Ancestral Tribute. We gotta spend tribute to the Ancestral. It's another I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of life gain cards today. Ancestral Tribute is a 7 mana sorcery. You gain 2 life for each card in your graveyard. Also, you can flash it back for a total of 12 mana. So unlike the suspend card, you're gonna have to pay full retail for this, and you don't have a choice. Wow, this is an old card. It came from Odyssey. Anyone looking to gain a bunch of life from your graveyard? Is there any good way of using this thing? I mean, you do get it twice. You get it on the front side, you get it on the back side. Maybe you'll gain, I don't know, 200 life off of this thing. Next up, we got Leeches from John. Oh, my microphone has a mind of its own. It's trying to attack me. All right, Leeches. This is a 3 mana sorcery. Target player loses all poison counters. Leeches deals that much damage to that player. Okay, so there is actually a little bit of a purpose for this card, right? Can't you, like, target yourself? It says target player loses all poison counters. It's really hard to... There's not a lot of ways of interacting with poison once that you have become poisoned. On the other hand, if you're trying to use it against your opponents, it's pointless because you want them to have the maximum number of infect on them. You want them to have the maximum number of poison. Otherwise, what are you doing around here? This is basically life gain for the poison player. In a really weird, bizarre way. It is a reserve list card. It is $3 if you want it. This goes to show how strong it is. Look how popular leeches are. I mean, I guess if, what's it called? If infect and poison becomes a big enough thing, yeah, you can, like, leeches yourself. It's the only way to do it. But I mean, the problem is you might die in one shot to poison anyway. Okay, next up, we've got... Chak Arrow says, Gnaw of the Bone is cheap or green and instant for the same effect. Or are you talking about, what's it called? The Ancestral Tribute? Green does everything better these days, unfortunately for us. Green is just the most powerful color in Magic the Gathering. Steve Cooper with Divine Congregation. Welcome back, Steve Cooper. Welcome back to yourself. Really appreciate all of you being here. Divine Congregation is a 4-mana sorcery. You gain 2 life for each creature target player controls. We're gaining life in a million different ways. Not enough appreciation for life gain. It does make you wonder. Okay, all these cards are crap. This is pure crap. How do we push life gain to actually be broken? Like 1 mana, gain 10 life. Is that broken? Is it at instant speed at that? Like, at what point does life gain become broken? Like, probably 1 white for 20 life. That's probably broken. I don't know though. I don't know how we're gonna push. Yeah, is this a life gain by accident? It's not intentional. Now, you could also suspend this for 5. The suspend is terrible. The suspend is such bad value. For 2 more mana, we can gain the whole thing immediately for each target. I guess, okay, the only advantage to suspending for 5 is your opponents are more likely to have more creatures in play the longer we actually wait to cast this card. But, I don't know, 5 turns feels like an eternity to me. Hello, Sager. Welcome. Hexenor is like, I forgot about the show today. No, you're back. You're here. No problem. You didn't forget anything. Next up, we got Phil Goad with... Is this Martyr's Cry? Martyr's... I'm assuming it's Martyr's Cry. Could be Mirror's Cry, though. Yeah, it's Martyr's Cry. We have for 2 mana. They're a witch! Burn them! Burn the witch. Sorcery, exile all white creatures. For each creature exiled this way, its controller draws a card. Oh, no!
No! God, please, no!
But this isn't our white deck. We're the ones playing white creatures. We're going to wipe our own stuff off the battlefield. Now, as a bonus, however, you could maybe play this sort of in a token deck. And you wipe away all your tokens and you draw 1 million cards. So you draw 1 million cards to play more tokens and do it all over again. I can see some niche playability out of this. But for the most part, it looks like it's just going to, like, smack back at you. It's gonna attack yourself. Islarf with Swallow Hole. It's exactly what I do to donuts. Somewhat partially for the name. Don't want to say that at my pods. Yeah, I'm gonna swallow whole you. Okay, for a white sorcery, as an additional cost to cast this spell, tap an untapped creature you control. Exile target tapped creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on the creature tapped to pay this. What? Put a +1/+1 counter on the creature tapped to pay this spell's mana cost. What a bizarre card in the grand scheme of things. Very awkward 1 mana removal. I have to tap an I have to tap. This is no Path to Exile. It's no Prismatic Ending. I have to tap my own stuff to exile tap stuff, which has already attacked me. I want Martyr's Cry for my Adbeck deck. The Martyr's Cry. Exile all your white cards. Sounds super abusable. I assume this is the Martyr's Cry card. By all means, prove us wrong. It's the worst Magic Sorceries show, but maybe you could prove this to be one of the best cards in the entire game. It's very interesting. There's a lot of bad cards out there that become great only because no one's even seen them before. And then this obviously has some upside potential if you can build your deck around it. Next up, let's take a look. Yeah, Alex says, we're back. I had a good time. Holy crap, though. I need a vacation from my vacation. I feel so tired. Hexenart with the Damning Verdict. Not Supreme Verdict. This is the Damning Verdict. 5 mana sorcery. Destroy all creatures with no counters on them. Now, for the most part, this is going to work. I think you destroy all creatures, and if you play a deck with counters, then your creatures actually survive. I would go as far as to say this is probably a good card. It looks like a good card to me. Hinario says, I wish Daydream is an instant. So wait, it gets like a lot better when it's an instant. White sorcery, exile target creature you control, then return the card back to the battlefield under its control with a +1/+1 counter. Oh yeah, this card is so bad without it being instant speed. You can also flash it back for 3 mana. So I mean, if you're desperate for the extra blink, Daydream has got you covered. On the other hand, spending 3 mana to blink your creature is just asking to get smacked in the face by a removal spell. You're just asking for it. Bolts with Expel the Unworthy by Modern Horizon 3 standards. Oh, yeah, Modern Horizon 3, a lot of it danger cards. I don't know about this one. 2 mana sorcery with a kicker of 3. Choose target creature with mana value 3 or less. If the spell is kicked, instead choose target creature. Oh, I see. So if you kick it, you can choose any creature. Exile the chosen creature. Then its controller gains a life equal to its mana value. This is just like a weird... It's a bad Swords to Plowshares. They could have just printed Swords to Plowshares in Modern at this point. Modern is in a weird spot. It's like Legacy without the Legacy cards. People who know, they know. Mapius with Tivardar's Crusade. Tivardar's Crusade. Who's Tivardar? Okay, we have a 3 mana sorcery. Destroy all goblins. Sorry, goblins. R.I.P. to you all. This is very embarrassing. Imagine someone playing this in Commander. It will wipe out the Changeling players as well. It's got that extra bonus. Sometimes you need a board wipe to deal with those Krenko Goblin tokens. And that's the way to do it. We got our first super chat of the day from Phil Go. Thanks so much for your super chat. Visions, really. I didn't. Okay, we want the Visions. There we go. It's nice artwork. It's just supreme artwork there. Okay, we have a white sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of any library. You may then shuffle that library. You can't even arrange the cards. So it's like what blue is trying to do, but significantly worse. So I look at the top 5 cards of your library. Okay, you know what? I don't really like what I see, especially the first 2 cards. I guess I'm gonna shuffle. But then again, I don't know. What if you have 2 lands and some good cards after that? Visions is... Yeah, I like that. I like that artwork from Nini Thomas. Good stuff over there. What do the goblins do? They usually combo off, if you want to ask. So yeah, Tivardar's Crusade. Huge fan of this one. Destroy all the goblins out there. Good with Sylvan Library. Oh, you mean Visions? Is it? Like, not really. All you need to know it is like basically on the top card of your library. You don't need to go 5 cards deep. I feel like you're wasting a card to then scoop up a card with Sylvan Scrying. Did this card cause people to start tutoring during the end step of opponents' turns? Probably not. So they don't get to shuffle. Oh, I see. Well, yeah, this card, yeah, it's super bad versus the tutors. Because, of course, the tutoring happens at instant speed. You can't Visions away the tutors like that. It's not going to work that way. We got Leon Corgi with Cleansing. Gotta keep our butt nice and clean around here. I choose to lose life, so it's kinda a white burn spell. Triple white sorcery. All land is destroyed. Is it now? Players may prevent cleansing from destroying specific lands by paying 1 life for each land they wish to protect. Effects that prevent or redirect damage may not be used to counter this loss of life. Oh yeah, this is terrible. No, they're gonna pay the 1 life. Not to mention, people don't even use lands anymore. Lands are old. That's the old way of playing spells. People play their spells for free. People play their spells off of artifacts, off of creature ramp. At any given time, people only have like, I don't know, 3 to 4 lands. Paying the 4 life is like nothing. So yeah, this is basically a white burn spell. It's a secret burn spell, and we know they're gonna pay for it anyway. Mapius is like big flavor W for Visions, but it sucks. I guess so. Next up we got Felicia. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm going to go to Felicia first. Felicia with Evangelize. Evangelize, a 5 mana sorcery with buyback of 4 mana. So for 9 mana, we can play this over and over again. Gain control of target creature of an opponent's choice that they control. So I don't even get to choose the creature I get. I can just be like, okay, evangelize you. Have the 1/1 token. This is only going to work against the player that only has 1 gigantic creature. Against everyone else, it's going to fail miserably. Very, very, very miserably. Desu says, waiting for that commander that rewards looking. Yeah, Wizards needs to try really hard to make Visions good. Then all of a sudden, Magic will be good. Next, I got Felicia. Now let's get to Sager. The Invincible Hymn. It's invincible. An 8-mana sorcery. Count the number of cards in your hand. Your life total becomes that number. These are embarrassing. This is a very embarrassing card. Now, there might be a way to make this work. It's step 1, you need Reliquary Tower. Step 2, you need to be playing a blue deck. Step 3, you need to draw a million cards, maybe off of Sphinx's Revelation. Keep all the cards in hand, then play the Invincible Hymn, and then you can pretend to be invincible because your life total is at, like, I don't know, 50 or something. Visions was a good set. Well, Visions, the set was good. The card was not nearly as good. In fact, it was a fail. If there's a commander that rewards looking at it, a lot of AI cards will start making sense. They will, won't they? Okay, we all love our worst Magic the Gathering cards. Maybe some of them are good. Some people like to prove cards are not bad anymore, and you're going to prove that by buying them at FusionGamingOnline.com. Why is everything out of order? Let's get things a little bit more in order. Deal of the week this week, 20% off old board games, but don't worry about the board games. Oops. Don't worry about the board games. You can get your Secrets of Strixhaven. Do you have your Secrets of Strixhaven cards yet? Why not? You can get them at FusionGamingOnline.com. I'll give you a good reason why. Because when you use coupon code Nikachu at checkout, you get 5% off all your purchases. And it also wonderfully supports the channel. Thank you very much. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. All right, next up. It's library. Oh, your life total becomes... You have to count the number of cards. Oh, in your library. Oh, that's significantly more crazy. In that case, we don't want Reliquary Tower. Count the number of cards in your library. Your life total becomes that library. Okay, new plan. Guy's Blessing. Maximize the number of cards in your library. Guy's Blessing, when it hits the graveyard, you shuffle all the cards in your graveyard back into your library. Then you play the Invincible Hymn to gain like 100 bazillion life. It'll be almost as good as that infinite life gain trick with the Koopa Troopas and a pile of stairs in Mario. For the people that know, they know. If you don't, that's okay. You can look it up. Con Man with Salt Blast. What would a Nikachu show be without reading the cards properly? Salt Blast is probably going to get some people salty. It's a 5-mana sorcery. Destroy target non-white permanent. So you can destroy lands. Oh my goodness. It's white land destruction. Now you could play Armageddon, destroy all the lands, or you could choose one very specific player and blow up their one land. After all, lands are colorless, which means they are non-white. Meme Bruley with Battle of Wits. So Invincible Hymn plus Battle of Wits. Or you could just be playing one-on-one Magic and just have like a library with 2,000 cards. That is legal. You could do that. For people who forgot that one-on-one Magic exists, in that format, you can have an unlimited number of cards in your deck. It doesn't matter. Next. You could Vindicate for 3 mana. You could, but you have to splash black for that. This is the non-black Vindicate. That doesn't hit the white permanents. Bad Doom, very bad Doomblade. Very slow. Very clunky, chunky Doomblade. Have fun shuffling 2,000 cards. Some people do have fun doing that. Not to mention a lot of Commander players, the casual players, they don't even shuffle their decks anyway. The people that know who they are, they know who they are. We have Desu with Blessed Wind. Oh, that's not wind. That's a fart because we haven't had enough life gain. For 9 mana, target player's life total becomes 20. Could be, you know, against the life gain deck. I mean, this is burn, isn't it? This will just put them down to size. That's great. You gained a million life because you had you gained 2,000 life from your 2,000 card deck. Well, I'm gonna Blessed Wind you back down to 20. A little whiff of this wind will take the wind out of your sails. Michael Ing with Alabaster Potion. Is Alabaster Potion a sorcery? It is not. Sorry about that. It is an instant. Kano, have we done bargain? Not a bargain. Bargain is a 3-mana sorcery. Target opponent draws a card and you gain 7 life. Damn. Too bad we can't be the opponent. Yeah, we're literally helping our opponent. They're 1 card. Wait, what is 1 card worth these days? Yeah, I think there's 1 green card that's gain 8 life or something like that. Maybe under some condition. So the fact that we're giving somebody a card and we gain 7 life is not a good deal. It's a bad deal, a rotten deal. Who made this deal? We got Baron Brendan. Thank you so much for your super chat. How is everyone this morning? Been a while since I've been here. And my card is Declaration in Stone. Thank you. Thanks to your generous super chat, we'll definitely donate some of this super chat to somebody else. That's interesting that you choose this card. This used to be a staple removal spell. I don't know how staple it is these days, but it was a 2-mana sorcery, exile target creature and all other creatures its controller controls with the same name as that creature. That player investigates for each non-token creature exiled this way. Now in Commander, this is really sucks because you can never, ever, oh, sorry, I shouldn't say never, ever. There are clone effects, there are tokens. But the fact of the matter is there's a lot of singletons, so you're not going to hit a whole lot of doubles out of the Declaration in Stone. It used to be a bit of a staple. I don't know how staple-ish it is anymore. Bargain combos with notions. You people are trying really hard to make that stuff work. Free Fireful says, what if you have something that punishes your opponent for drawing cards? Ooh. I don't know if you're going to punish them enough. What, you going to set up like Orcish Bowmasters? Is there something in white? There's probably a few white cards that are like your opponent can't draw cards if it's not like the first card that they draw for their turn, blah, blah, blah. It's a token destroyer, but then it creates tokens. You just replace 1 token with another token. That player investigates for each non-token creature exiled this way. They're going to cash in. All right, they're going to cash in on their tokens. I didn't need those 1/1 soldiers. I got money now. They cashed in on all their cards. Okay, next up, we're going to give a donation to Rin. Thank you very much for the big super chat. I'm going to give one to Rin. False Dawn. What does that mean, false dawn? Like the sun peaked up and then it came back down? I don't know any other way to interpret this. It's like the sun was trolling everybody. For 2-mana sorcery, colored mana symbols on all permanents you control and on all cards you own that aren't in play become white until end of turn. How the hell do we use that? And draw a card. On all permanents you control. Now, this would have been like marginally useful if you could use this on the opponents, because if you could use this on the opponents, then maybe you could screw around with their devotion. But that's about it. I don't know any other way of using this card. And all cards you own that aren't in play become white, or maybe this increases your devotion as a white player, if that matters at all. Rip, Yu-Gi-Oh! Player can't read. Colored mana symbols on all permanents you control and all cards you own that aren't in play become white. I don't no idea how else to use this. It's great value with Celestial Dawn. Maybe. Mappia says, in Commander, can't you make 1,000,000 clues off of random tokens that have the same name? Can you make 1,000,000 clues? I don't know what you're getting at here. And can't you make 1,000,000? Yeah, you can. You would. Oh, you're talking about your own tokens. Oh, I see. Interesting. With I think you're talking about Declaration in Stone. Hitting target creature. Yeah, you could hit your own tokens. It's possible. That aren't in play. Colored mana on all permanents you control and on all cards you own that aren't in play. Yeah. Stuff that's also in your hand will also get affected by this. So Lessian says, funny that False Dawn Oracle text completely changed how it works. Oh, did it? Come on, let's look at the Oracle. Let's look at, screw the ancient scripture. Okay, until end of turn, spells and abilities you control that would add colored mana instead add that much white mana. This is not even the same card anymore. Until end of turn, you may spend white mana as though it were mana of any color. Draw a card. The hell? Why would they do that? What? I don't get it. It's anti-splash. Oh, hold on. Let's go back to declaration in stone. Exile target creature and all other creatures and controller that name is that creature. That player investigates for each non. Oh, I see. You can't even hit tokens with this thing. It got even worse. Man, the quality of today's show. What kind of deck would this even go in? I don't even know anymore for False Dawn. But yeah, they gutted a potential devotion card. This thing's completely worthless. It gets worse the more no, it gets worse the more we read the actual text. Okay, next up, we've got Phil Goad with the super chat. Thanks so much, Phil Goad, with Archangel's Light. Archangel's Light is an 8-mana sorcery. You gain 2 life for each card in your graveyard. Then shuffle your graveyard into your library. So this is like a really weird Gaia's Blessing. It is outrageously expensive. We do gain a little bit of life off of it. And hey, on a positive note, we're probably shuffling our best cards back into our deck. The odds of us drawing those cards, very, very low. Not very high. Expensive but good effect. Free Farfel likes bringing all the best cards back from the graveyard back into the deck. You can tutor cards all over again. You know, I mean, I guess it's fine if you're playing a Rebels deck that tutors creatures directly into play. So they go from graveyard. They went from play to graveyard, back into the deck, and then eventually back into play. RIP the mill decks. Oh yeah, very anti-mill type of cards. Is mill like even a popular strategy these days? Like, I think mill, like the only format I know mill is even remotely good in is like modern. I don't know how good or strong mill is in Commander. I know people try. People like their mill, don't get me wrong. Okay, we have Minkoa with the plea for guidance. Please, please guide me. Oh, I have foils of this card. Okay, to be honest, I have no idea what this card does. I just like the art. This is a 6-mana sorcery. Search your library for up to 2 enchantment cards. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your library. It is what a beautiful tutor. You don't like that tutor? It absorbs an entire turn, but it's card advantage, people. It's really hard for white to get card advantage these days. This might as well be like white, the most best white card draw you've ever seen. I don't know who plays it. Yeah, it's 6-mana tutor 2. It doesn't quite beat 1-mana tutor 1, but these cards go directly into your hand otherwise. Next up, we've got Rick Lawrence with the Temporal Truce. What's the wish for white? It's good. It's not bad. Okay, Temporal Truce. Can we get the? There we go. We got the English version. For 2-mana sorcery, each player may draw up to 2 cards. For each card less than 2 any player draws, that player gains 2 life. Why the hell would anyone want to do that? Man, they grossly overvalued life gain a long time ago. Now, which I don't... Was life gain better back then? Like, back then, like, your average creature had, like, 1 power. So maybe gaining 3 life was like actually a big deal. It gave you like an extra 2 turns. I never really thought about it like that. Like back in the day, the creatures really sucked. So if you gained, say, 6 life, then that means your opponent might spend an extra 3 turns trying to kill you. And if it took them 3 extra turns, then that converted you to drawing 3 extra cards. That's like drawing 3 cards. White card draw was good, then terrible, then good again. I don't remember any time that it was good in the first place. No, not really. It was never that good. Welcome back to Saru. I really should be welcoming everybody else back. What's the opposite of dying? Gaining life. Therefore, I'm winning. That's right. You got this. You got the idea, Steve Cooper. If you gain enough life, I mean, if you gain enough life, it's worth extra turns. Extra turns is equal to more cards. But also your opponents also get extra turns. They also get a bunch of cards. Next up, let's take a look at Firefox's Acacian Town. Sounds like a land. Acacian Town is a 6-mana sorcery. Put 4 1/1 white citizen creature tokens into play. That's a lot of density. Like, that's major threat density for one card. So if you need to pack in a lot of power into one card, I mean, that's one way to do it. Like, what is the largest token generator out there? This is not that far off from, say, what's it called? Lingering Souls. Lingering Souls is 5 mana for 4 cards. This is 6 mana for 4 cards. On the other hand, you don't have to splash black in order to get the tokens out of it. Heir Apparent is better than Acacian Town, surely. Well, that's like a brand new card around here, you know. It's super, super strong, super new. But I'll tell you what's not new. Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. It is a good time to be renting Magic cards, better than ever. Where are we here? Oh yeah, there we go. It's cheaper, a ban list saver, play more decks, you get that competitive edge. In a world where Magic is changing like every damn set, you have to change with it. It is easier to change when you're renting cards on Magic Online through Mana Traders. You can support the channel by using my Mana Traders coupon code Nikachu_AHL for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. Play all formats, play any deck you want, and change with the metagame with Mana Traders. All right, next up. Who do we got around here? We got Pedgeman here. Did we do leeches? I don't actually think we did leeches. Oh no, we did do leeches. We had a big discussion about it. How about Renewing Dawn? That is definitely a life gain card, if I ever heard one. The Renewing Dawn from Portal, 2 mana sorcery. For each mountain your opponent has in play, you gain 2 life. That is devastating. That is literally, that is taking a twisted dagger, stabbing somebody's knee, turning it like 360 degrees. Because for the players that are most affected by this hurts the most. Those all red players, especially burn players, they don't want to see this card. It's going to make them sick. It's like, you're playing Renewing Dawn? What the hell? They could have been any life gain card, but if they play the card that actually punishes them for having mountains in play. That's definitely a side deck card. It's not even a good side deck card. If I'm a burn player and I know my opponent is playing Renewing Dawn, I'm not putting like another mountain in play unless it's the turn I'm going to win. I'm just going to have like 2 mountains in play. That's it. I only need my 2 mountains. And you're not going to renew any Dawn around me. Renewing Dawn plus Blood Moon, I guess. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I guess you could play Renewing Dawn in your own Blood Moon deck. Step 1, Blood Moon. Step 2, play Renewing Dawn. And it's for each mountain the opponents have. You can have a lot of opponents in Commander. Next up. Did we do Providence? Oh, we did not. This is a life gain deck. Okay, sorry. This is virtually a life gain show. It is a 7 mana sorcery. You may reveal this card from your opening hand. Now, if you do, at the beginning of your first upkeep, your life total becomes 26. Otherwise, your life total becomes 26. It's again, it is an. Oh, sorry. This is only for us. It's not somebody. It's not target player's life total. We can't. This is worse than the other one that says your life total becomes 20, because at least with target player's life total becomes 20, we could reduce somebody's life total from 2,000 to 20. You can't do that with this card. Strictly worse. Strictly worse. I don't care if you can show us at the upkeep. It's not even good in Commander. Your life total already starts at 40. Oh, now that I think about it, every Commander player basically has a Chancellor of the life gain. Just start the game with 20 extra life. So you start at 26, and then when you play it, it becomes 26 again. That is correct. That is correct. So if you ever go low, you go straight back up to 26. Run this as a handicap. That is interesting, actually. Yeah, you could do that just to give your opponents a little bit more of a chance. Just a little bit more of a chance. Fan Factor with Shahrazad. I don't even know. You know what? I don't actually know how good or bad this card is. Not sure if this is bad or just annoying. It's definitely annoying. But I don't know. Is this card actually good? In theory, you could build a deck around this. Like, this is the only card you have. And you have infinite shot. No, it's not. I don't know how you... I really have no idea how you win with this card. I've never played with it, though. So I really can't speak about it. Last thing with Council's Judgment. What? Councils. What am I spelling wrong here? Judgment. Oh, I'm spelling judgment wrong. Council's Judgment. I thought this was a good card. This actually used to be one of the only ways to remove a true name nemesis. I can't accept this card. It's a 3-mana sorcery, Will of the Council. Starting with you, each player votes for a non-land permanent you don't control. Exile each permanent with the most votes or tied for the most votes. This is a way of getting around hexproof. Everyone's complaining, how do I beat hexproof? How do I beat Shroud? Council's Judgment. It does not actually hit does not target. So this is actually one of White's best cards. Definitely. Mappia says, wasn't Richard Garfield's favorite deck in concept 40 Charizard and 20 Black Lotus? Exactly, yeah, it was. So, like, in theory, if you have a million, if you can play more than 4 Charizard, if you can play 40 of them, yeah, maybe this card can be a win condition on its own. That is the most annoying deck of all time. Playing a million sub games until you can deck your opponent out, that is just absolutely beyond stupid. Only if your table agrees on it. Well, if you're playing one-on-one, your table doesn't have to agree on it. Whatever you choose, you choose. But yeah, the table has to agree. Probably they will. You're not going to play this when you're the threat. You're going to play this when you're not the threat. You have to beat up somebody else. Oh, and exile each permanent with the most votes. Starting with you, each player votes for a non-land permanent you don't control. I guess you could be the threat and you still play this thing. David Sampson with the Dimensional Breach. Breaks dimensions. For 7 mana, it's a sorcery. Remove all permanents from the game. Oh god. As long as any of those cards remain removed from the game at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player returns one of the removed cards they own back to play. Oh, interesting. So it sort of resets the game, but the game is going to come back. Come back in a big way. Just like me, how I came back. I got Dimensional Breached off of YouTube. And now I'm back. Thank you so much, Rakdos. Welcome back to you as well. Dimensional Breach. Let us see it. David wants it. Oh, I got it. We got the Dimensional Breach. Good card. I concede the sub game. I concede all sub games. I'll go home after that. Next, let's get... Okay, Christopher B wants Peace Talks for a second card. We're on to people who have not got a second card yet. Peace Talks is a 2-mana sorcery. During this turn and the next one, players cannot declare an attack and cannot play spells or abilities that target any permanent or player. That's very specific. So we can still play our spells and abilities, but they just can't target anything. Like Peace Talks. So we can play more Peace Talks, I guess. During this turn and the next one, players cannot declare an attack. So no one can attack either. No attacking. Where is this good? A control deck that's trying to stall for time? Maybe even a combo deck trying to stall for time that just needs to curve out for some reason. Desu says, I'm still trying to suspend my Augustine the 4th, then cast Dimensional Breach, then enjoy it. Does that work? Suspend your Augustine, cast Dimensional Breach. It seems strange. Yeah, Charizard it was just recently mentioned. It's fantastic. I don't know. We still don't even know if it's bad. It could be a good card under the right circumstances. Hinaria with the Alliance of Arms. Can you play this after attacking? Absolutely. Peace Talks? Yeah, that's rude. So you attack, and then you're like, okay, Peace Talks. Yeah, that's so rude. You like smack someone in the face for a ton of damage. Okay, let's peace. Let's go peace, okay? It's all about peace. I declare peace around here. I just wanted to punch you in the face first. Okay, the Alliance of Arms, White Sorcery, join forces. Starting with you, each player may pay any amount of mana. Each player puts X11 White Soldier creature tokens onto the battlefield where X is the total amount of mana paid this way. Starting with you. So just play this when everybody's tapped out. You get all the tokens, nobody gets anything. On the other hand, if everyone always has mana up, this backfires on you. Maybe Boros Burn with a few creatures here with Peace Talks. I don't think they would play that. For every non-burn card you have in your burn deck is like a card that screws you over when your opponent's down to like 3 life. Can't commit crimes under peace talks. Brilliant. That's true, actually. Yeah, can't commit crimes. No crimes can be committed. Next up, let's take a look at... Remember, everybody, you can get a second card in at this point. Looking for some cards here. Attacking, then declaring peace is pretty relatable in real life. As it is. Yeah, this is the most relatable card in the world at the moment. By the tongues of 1,000 serpents, this time I do not lie. Sounds like they attacked. Sounds like they attacked and declared peace. Next up. Okay, we have Voltland with Deploy the Gatewatch. There's gotta be more cards out there that are bad sorceries that have nothing to do with life gain, and maybe the Deploy the Gatewatch is going to be one of them. For 6 mana, it's a sorcery. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put up to 2 planeswalker cards from them onto the battlefield. What the hell? Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. This looks insane. What am I missing here? Top 7 cards of your library. Put up to 2 planeswalker cards. I guess the downside is you may not have enough planeswalkers in your deck to hit. Yeah, I guess that's the downside. So for the most part, it's like 6 mana, get maybe 1 planeswalker, and you can easily whiff on this type of card. Yeah, I can see how this could be bad. Yeah, 6 mana and whiff feels pretty bad. I think the average probably is you get 1, you maybe get a planeswalker. You might get like 0.75 planeswalkers off this card. How many planeswalkers need to be in your deck to reliably hit at least 1 in a 99 card deck? Probably... I don't know. I don't know the number. Could be like 15 or something. Feels bad, though. Definitely feels bad. Next up, we have Desu with Oketra's Last Mercy. Oketra's Last Mercy. Oketra's Last Mercy is the 3 mana sorcery. Oketra, you look so sad for some reason. Your life total becomes equal to your starting life total. Lands you control don't untap during your next untap step. That is so miserable. RIP our lands around here. Your starting life total isn't even all that much. If I'm at a 20 life, if it's a 20 life gain, going to 5 to 20 life is not that big of a deal once you get to the late game. The problem with going back to your life total in the late stages of the game is everybody has like a ton of creatures. So even if you go back to your starting life total, you can still die immediately next turn anyway. People can start like dishing out like 50 points of damage if necessary. I don't know if this is worth losing my untap step. I mean, I'm technically not losing the untap step, but I'm losing the lands from the untap step. Hexnar also says Planeswalkers not that popular right now, so unless you play Super Friends, probably not going to be much Planeswalkers in the deck. Are Planeswalkers bad in Commander now? I don't know. I don't know if Super Friends would even play this. Oh, of course, making mention to the Deploy the Gatewatch. I would imagine if you're playing a Super Friends deck, if you're playing a lot of Planeswalkers, this card is good. But you need a lot of Planeswalkers in your deck. You need to be playing like Gideon Kindred for the most part. Henario says Brainstorm Plus, deploy the Gatewatch. Xnor says, yeah, life gain / life reset gets worse the late the game progresses. There's no stage in the game where this card is going to be good. It's going to be bad no matter what. We have Bell here with Prophecy. Oh, I have a Prophecy. And that Prophecy is for 1 mana. Reveal the top card of target opponent's library to all players. Just the one card. If it is a land, we're going to gain a life. Now, that opponent then shuffles his or her library. Draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. You know what's the best part about this card? We actually get our card back. It's actually... It's sort of useless, but not the most useless. Believe it or not, I actually like this card compared to everything else that we've seen today. So reveal the top card of target opponent's library to all players. If it is land, gain 1 life. That opponent then shuffles their library. Okay, I'll tell you where this is useful. You screw over any card that somebody stacked on top of their deck, or they've manipulated the top of their deck. You screw over a lot of tutors, ones that are acting at sorcery speed. You can, I mean, hey, 1 life is 1 life, all right? It's like $1 is $1. And we also get to draw a card off of this. So I don't mind this card at all. You really like this card art? This is just creepy art. I don't know, there's something... Christopher Rush, you're better at drawing plants than eyeballs. It feels just a little too... No, I don't know if cartoony is the right word. I feel no sense of realism, though. Did you just say you like the Homelands card over the other cards? Over every other card we've seen today, yes. I think this has the most utility. It has the most upside with very little downside. It's 1 mana. It's literally just 1 mana. And you draw a card off of this. So it's like 1 mana cantrip. So at the very it's at the very worst, it's a cycle. And at the very best, you can interact with your opponents that are stacking their deck with good cards. And not to mention, hey, Sorcery in the Graveyard. That's 1 extra sorcery that gets you closer to playing Flow State. That's a good card, isn't it? Next up, let's take a look at... We have Etnik here with Restore Balance. To be honest, I think this card is a little too good for this show. There's a lot of people that like to build Restore Balance decks, but they're all janky. Don't get me wrong, they're all jank crap decks. Okay, suspend for 6 mana for a white. Each player chooses a number of lands they control equal to the number of lands controlled by the player who controls the fewest, then sacrifices the rest. Players sacrifice creatures and discard cards the same way. But of all the... I would say this card has the most upside if anyone can try to break it. So if you know how to break Restore Balance, well, maybe you could cash in on this thing, because it's only like 62 cents at the moment. It's not a cantrip, it's a slow trip. Referring to, like, yeah, Prophecy. This is one of those cards way back in the day. There were a few of them back in the day where you, like, play the card and then you drew a card, like, on the next turn or at your next upkeep. Oh, it was a weird function. We probably should go back to that, to be honest. Like, the cantrips these days, drawing cards immediately, that's what makes cantrips broken. We could, like, balance cantrips out by drawing our cards after the fact. Used to be a decent Legacy Cascade deck with a border post. I think you're referring to Modern. Maybe there was a Legacy version, but I don't remember Legacy ever playing this card. But there was a Modern deck that was exactly like as you described. How does that work with Teferi's Protection? With Restore Balance? Well, I guess in response to the trigger of Restore Balance, you play Teferi's Protection, you can remove all your cards, and then this thing gets played, right? Oh, yeah. Each player chooses a number of lands they control equal to the number of players that controls the fewest. Yeah, you have, like, nothing in place, so they have to sacrifice everything. That's brutal. Super brutal. Okay, we got David Sampson with Tivadar's Crusade. White loves their crusades. Tivadar... Oh, no, we did this one. Sorry about that. This is brutal. I had like a 5-minute discussion about how bad it feels to be a Goblins player when this gets played against them. I'm old enough to remember before Modern. It was a thing in Type 1.5. Oh my god. This thing actually was Legacy playable. I have to admit, there was this big chunk of time between, I don't know, since the creation of Legacy to say 2013. I have no idea what was going on at that time. What was going on back then? Was this ever like part of Extended? Like I could see Extended also playing all those cards. Okay, Corbinek, lay down arms. Lay down arms. A white sorcery. Exile target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of planes you control. Its controller gains 3 life. This card, okay, this probably is the best card in today's show. It even beats that Homelands card. This is not that bad. Exile target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of planes you control. So like on turn 1, they play a 1-drop. You play this thing and you can get rid of it. So it's not good versus bigger creatures. So as the creatures scale, this card quickly becomes worthless. But it can deal with a lot of like really cheap early stuff. Now there is another bad thing. You have to have the planes. If you don't have the planes, this card does nothing. And there's a lot of dual lands they're dual lands. They tap for white, but they're technically not a planes. So that's no good. Can't run it in multicolored decks. You can run it in multicolored decks. You can just be more base white, right? So you can have all the dual lands have at least white. So, you know, like Sacred Foundry, Hollowed Fountain, so let's say Windswept Heath. Was it something Gardens? Sacred Gardens? I can't remember the green-white one. But you just basically have a base white deck. So those are all planes. So it works. Rectus, have we seen the Pegasus Stampede? We will now. Pegasus Stampede is a 2-mana sorcery with buyback, sacrifice a land. I love sacking my lands, not. Put a 1/1 white Pegasus creature token with flying onto the battlefield. No joke, this looks like a pretty good cube card. So like late in the game when you have nothing to do with your lands, just start playing this thing, sacking all your lands. Get them 1/1 white flyers onto the battlefield. I bet this was good back in the day. This plus land tax looks like an actual combo. Tundra, Savannah. Oh, you talking the big money stuff. Michael Ing talking big money lands. Prince of Winners, the Enduring Ideal. Okay, we have a 7-mana sorcery. Search your library for an enchantment card and put it into play. Then shuffle your library for Epic. This Epic was such an epic failure that they had to bring back Epic in a new form. Turns out, yeah, this is the best Epic card, isn't it, though? You can play this in an enchantment deck. There is a world where you can lock your opponent out of the game, but, I mean, you have to live. You have to live through this thing. You can't play any other cards now. Rakta says, I remember back in Exodus, it sucked. Well, the Pegasus... Oh, yeah, this is a Exodus card. The Pegasus Stampede. All right. Magic was too powerful back then. Mike the Red says, I love trying to make Enduring Ideal decks work. It's all, you know, half of the fun of Magic is just the imagination of something working. That's literally half the fun of Magic. Why do you think people love watching drafts? They don't like watching the gameplay. I think most people love the act of drafting and the imagination that they're going to go 3-0 in their draft. In fact, I think most drafts would end on a high note if you just draft your deck and then drop from the tournament. You just assume that you would have gone undefeated with your deck. Honestly, I'm still considering Enduring Ideal for Shrines. Yeah, go for it. Okay, we got Skitheralt with Sacred Nectar. Yeah, it's Sacred Nectar. Sacred Nectar that looks delicious. Is this nectar or is this just a waterfall? It's a 2-mana sorcery. You gain 4 life. Enjoy it while it lasts. They reprinted the crap out of this card. This is insane. This is absolute blasphemy. This card is so bad. Why did they have to reprint it so many times? You can get a foil. Sacred Nectar foil over here. Started in Portal. Most cards in Portal, they really sucked. After 9th edition, they realized, okay, this is not worth keeping around. We gotta stop reprinting this stupid card. Making jank work is a great feeling. Just play with people who don't try to win on turn... Don't even try to win by turn 6. Next up, let's go with Kano's Steadfastness. That's a hell of a word. Okay, we're going to Steadfastness for 2 mana. Sorcery. Creatures you control get +0/+3 until end of turn. The crappiest the crappiest combat blowout possible. They thought they made the right blocks. They made a wrong block. Little dead fly. I think making comment of the Sacred Nectar. It has a big waste of space. Wizards could not learn. I mean, okay, there was a period of time when Wizards intentionally put in garbage cards in a set so that people had some frame of reference, like a point of reference, like what's a good card, what's a bad card, what's an average card. So some cards are intentionally bad, so you realize, oh, these other cards are actually good. But to reprint the same bad cards over and over again, like, come on. Firefox says Sacred Nectar is awesome. If your plan needs to have 24 life on turn 2, what the hell? But other than that, it's horrible. I don't know any situation where you need 24 life by turn 2. Oh, this is an interesting name. From Father to Son, kinda. From Father to Son? Is that a real card? It is! It's even a new card! It's a 2-mana sorcery. Search your library for a vehicle card. Reveal it. Put it into your hand. If the spell was cast from a graveyard, put that card onto the battlefield instead, then shuffle. Wow, this is throwing huge shade at the vehicle decks. Huge shade. For 7 mana... Well, that actually can work out, I think. The flashback part is probably the better half. Because there are... I think there's some vehicles that are like 8, 9, 10 mana. If I'm not mistaken. So, flashing it back gives you a discount. Make no mistake, most of the vehicles are just awful, though. It is terrible. One of the worst card types in Magic. I can't think of a playable vehicle. Whoa! What's the Pioneer deck called? Pioneer Vehicle Combo deck. It's like the best deck. Greasefang. Greasefang would like to have a word with you. Greasefang would slap you in the face. Yeah, that's a Greasefang deck card if I've ever seen one. Well, probably not. Like, Greasefang wants the cards in the graveyard. See, this card's so bad, it's not even good in a Greasefang deck. Greasefang wants the cards in the graveyard because Greasefang is essentially a vehicle reanimator card. For sure. Absolutely for sure. Michael Ing, is there a card that when you attack, the creature deals combat damage with its toughness instead of its power? Absolutely. I don't know what the card is, though. There's definitely cards like... There's a lot of cards like that. Mostly creatures. I can think of a lot of creatures that are like that. And also maybe some enchantments. This is good for the Doran Arcades deck. Is that like the last card? Oh, you're talking about Steadfastness. There's a lot of people watching the show with a little bit of lag. Yeah, you could do that. Doran it up. Big time Doran. Smuggler's Copper did get banned. I don't know if that's worth putting in our hand, though. I'd rather just play it on turn 2. Well, learn something new today. But Doran? Have you never heard of Doran, Michael Ing? Well, now you have. You can build a whole new deck off of it. Oh boy, welcome back. Hope you had a great vacation. I did, but I need a vacation from my vacation. What a better way to spend my new vacation being at home with all of you. Yeah, Corbinix got the right idea. Greasefang wants the card in the hand to discard and put in the graveyard. Why not just fill the graveyard up in the first place? That's what it does. Indiana Jones Visions. We did Visions already. Sorry about that. Bob Talks Bridge says, hey, aren't you the guy that used to stream MTG content? Yeah, I am. I still do. Iona's Judgment. Iona's Judgment. I was on vacation. I'm back. Don't worry, you guys don't have to worry about it. I won't be on vacation for another like 3 months. And then I have another 2-week vacation. Okay, Iona's Judgment is a 5-mana sorcery. Exile target creature or enchantment. Probably the greatest utility of all the cards that we've seen today. Corbinek, Heroes Remembered. It's funny, it's called Heroes Remembered, but we probably will forget about it immediately. Heroes Remembered, we saw this one also. Yeah, you gain 20 life, but at what cost? Waiting 10 turns for that damn 20 life. Okay, let's take a look at one more. Corbinek says, my discard Pioneer deck hate Greasefang. What the hell? You play Greasefang discard? Felicia with Reverse the Sands. Actually, I don't remember. You know, maybe I don't remember the Greasefang decks. Maybe there is some discard in there, because what if you have the vehicle stuck in your hand? You want to discard them, right? Reverse the Sands is a 8-mana sorcery. Redistribute any number of players' life totals. That's a janky. That is a janky card if I've ever seen one. What are the rules around this? You choose which player gets which life total when the spell's resolved. You can't split up the life totals, though, to redistribute it. Oh, I thought that was the point of the whole thing. Okay, Indiana Jones hasn't got a card yet. Acacian. Oh, we did Acacian Town. Vehicles in Greasefang decks are garnets. What? No, I play mono black discard. Greasefang sucks to versus. Huh? Oh, you want to play discard versus? No, discard is fine versus Greasefang. You discard the Greasefang. You could also discard the cards that help them get the cards in the graveyard for Greasefang. Almost every combo deck hates discard. Almost everyone. Skitheralts with a Renewing Dawn. Oh, we saw this one already. It's devastating, though. It's devastating. You're too late. Well, yeah, you are coming at the end of the show. I'm trying to end the show on one more card. Okay, Mappius with Misfortune's Gain. Misfortune's Gain is a 4-mana sorcery. Destroy target creature. Its owner gains 4 life. Congratulations. I gave you 4 life around here. Enjoy it while it lasts. That's it for today's show. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I appreciate when I go on vacation for a million years, and you all show up anyway, as if nothing ever happened. Of course, as usual, we do these shows not 9 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We got evening shows at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. I hope to see you there. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or of course, super chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, thank you so much, everybody, for being here today. People like Christopher B, Kano, Little Dead Fly. Where are you, Little Dead Fly? Little Dead Fly, Mappius. We got Gillum, David Sampson, Indiana Jones, Etnick. We got Bob Talks Bridge, Adapta, Steve Cooper, Gillum, and many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees, and we will, of course, keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.